Hey everyone, it's Kato, and this video is going to be a little bit different than my previous videos. It's still going to be a speed build, but this time I'm going to be trying to recreate some scenes from Jurassic Park. So I had a small section of Jurassic Park on my previous island, and then once I decided to switch my theme to cottagecore, I just kind of destroyed it all. But I was thinking about turning this into a series where I recreate either scenes from different movies or just try to, get the feeling of different movies using things in Animal Crossing. So if you have any suggestions on movies that I can do, if you want to leave those in the comments, that would be great. So this one, I knew I needed to do some terraforming first, kind of create the area that I wanted to use for Jurassic Park, and I know I wanted to make it bigger than I did the last time I did this, and I also wanted to use some different dinosaurs and just some different ideas, just because I didn't want to do the same thing I've done previously. So you're gonna see me, I go through items a lot in this video, and I change things a lot in this video as well, which is kind of a running theme. But I'm gonna let you guys watch this first part, and then I'll come back and I'll talk some more about what I'm doing. Alright, so another design tip. I knew I wanted to have the Jurassic Park logo at the entrance, trying to recreate the way that stone archway looks with the tiki torches, because that archway has like the flames on the side of it, but there's no way for me to put the sign at the top, so I customized one of these wooden signs, and there's a website called acpatterns.com, and I'll have it linked in the description below. But basically you can take any image, and they have an editor on that website, and you can upload it to the editor, and then it will convert it into a QR code. And then you can use that QR code and go through the Nintendo Online app and upload it into your design patterns. So I've used that before on, like at one point I had some pictures of my cat. You can really do anything. And a lot of times it'll look really bad when you do it on your computer. But then once you put it into the game, it looks better. So I always recommend just trying it and going ahead and putting it into the game before you completely give up on it, because it will look very pixelated and not very good on the computer sometimes. So I knew I wanted to have the Jurassic Park sign, and then later I also have a high voltage sign. I did the same thing for that. I just found an image on Google and converted them with that editor. I did make some slight modifications. You can use the different colors and edit whatever you need to make it look the way you want it. But I really like using that instead of trying to create my own, because I'm not very good at doing pixel art. So yeah, again, I'll have that in the description below, but that's how I did the signs. One thing that I knew that I wanted to try for this section of my island was I wanted to try to do a forced perspective. I've never tried one before. I've seen people do them where they'll have like little cars on the highway and you look over and it looks like it's true to size. So I wanted to kind of create my own take on that using T-Rex and recreate that scene where the T-Rex kind of flips the Jurassic Park car. So that's what I'm doing here, putting the T-Rex on the lowest level possible, and then I'm going to put the car up on the second level, and then I created the beginning of Jurassic Park on the third level, so you can kind of look over and you'll see this scene once you get to the edge of the cliff. So that was kind of my goal for this. It was a lot of trial and error to try to get the right, like the cliff right around the T-Rex. That was the most difficult part of this, and I couldn't figure out if I wanted him to be completely enclosed or if I wanted the cliff to be open. So there's a lot of back and forth with this and trying to get the fencing right so I could replicate the electric fencing that they have in the movie. So that's all the stuff I'm trying to do here. And I eventually decided that I wanted to have the cliff open because he is escaping from the fencing. That's why I have that little gap in the fencing too. And I just thought it looked better with less cliff over there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So with this little area next to the waterfall, I wanted to kind of recreate that scene from the movie where that dinosaur spits on the guy and he runs back to his car and he ends up dying. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I don't think this is the right dinosaur and it really doesn't look like the car. That's what I'm trying to do over here, is recreate that scene of the spitting dinosaur. I went back and forth on whether I wanted to include the jail bars at the entrance. In the movie, there are those tall, like a wire, almost like an electric fence looking gate. I just didn't think it looked as good with the jail bars there. I felt like it blocked the palm trees too much. And it was just like all you were looking at when you saw it from the front was the jail bars. So I ultimately ended up taking them away because I wanted to be able to see the trees and everything and be able to focus on the archway and the sign and the things that I wanted everyone to focus on. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I ended up just adding a few final touches and we're almost finished. All right, so I wanted to find a day that it was raining and I wanted to put on my Jurassic Park outfit to give the final tour of what I ended up with. So we've got the stone arch with the tiki torches and the sign here. I really like the way that it turned out. This entrance is fairly similar to my old one, but I did use some different dinosaurs and I like the way the path looks going through it. And then we get to the forced perspective area with the T-Rex and the car. And that's definitely my favorite part of this. I was glad that I was able to somewhat recreate a forced perspective. It was just cool to be able to try that. I've never done it before. And I love all the dinosaurs throughout. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked this. If you did, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram and Twitter @ConsoleCato. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.